Oh, wow. Okay, it's actually working now. Hey guys, in the middle of eating my stuff. So, wow. Check out my new setup. Pretty cool, right? Pretty darn cool. So now you guys get to see the whole thing. Check out my studio. Woo! Watcher. All right. So, welcome to Feeblicious Radio. Yes, I finally got some professional studio lighting. See up there? Well, actually, here, I'll show you guys. And I found my webcam. So, woo! Haha. Let's not drop the whole thing though, my whole rig. So yay! I am all set up now, and now you can actually see everything that's in my room. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So this is where the magic happens. I'm taking a second to get everything adjusted here. I was having a problem with YouTube before, so hopefully it will work right. I'm gonna be looking a lot towards this screen over here, so that way you guys can see. I don't know if I should do it like this or what. I might end up having to move my my microphone actually from here to here. I'm still working things out, but yeah, here it is. I could probably very easily do that right now, but I don't want to. So there's that. But anyway, okay. Well, we're gonna get started. As you can see, I got a shirt. It says "Keeping it rural." Oh wait, no, it's just a chicken, just a rooster. So, because of course I'm a huge fan of chickens and stuff like that. This makes me look like a little thinner. Yay! Yay! Yes, and this is my work chair. So we're gonna adjust it back over to this though. As you can see, I have all my blankets and everything like that. Boy, did I have an interesting morning this morning. So for any of you that happen to be my friends on Facebook, I know that you've been following the saga of me and my neighbors, my crazy neighbors. And they had a fire on their property. I think I am going to change this. That way it actually looks like I'm actually looking at you guys. Either that or I might have to change where this is at. Trying to decide. Not sure yet. But anyways, wow, even doesn't look so bad with my non-makeupy face. Yay. Yes, I do not wear makeup usually, if ever. And yes, this is my fur burrito, fur tortilla, buzz tortilla, cozy. I'm a cozy burrito. Well, not right now. I'm not a cozy burrito right now, but I was earlier. But anyways, I had a very interesting morning, which is why I'm here so much later than I would normally be. You see, I actually have a neighbor who how can I say this? So they actually have been starting fires with oil and gasoline, which is actually in my area. It's very illegal. It's very, very illegal, and it's very, very much not allowed at all whatsoever. So maybe I should put it over here. Sorry, I'm still kind of trying to figure this out. So what ended up happening is I actually ended up waking up this morning. I should do a precursor. So last night I actually called over to the fire department because I was sitting in my living room with my mom, and my sister had already left for work. Me and my mom were sitting there, and we were actually watching something on great courses, the greatses. I'll probably have to go over this again on the spoon, so maybe I should just wait for that. But anyways, we were watching this thing on the great courses about uh, understanding the New Testament. That hardly even matters. However, what ended up happening was we were sitting there, we were watching it, and we have the windows open in our living room because it's been so nice out. And yesterday was actually a very pleasant, very nice day. It was not too hot, not too cold. It was literally just perfect, perfect weather, absolutely perfect weather. And so we decided that we were going to just, leave the windows open. So, because it's nice on those kind of days when you can do that and you can actually have, nice, cool weather and everything. And you don't have to put on your air conditioning or your heat or anything like that. And instead, we just sat around with our windows open and let the cross breeze the from the outside just kind of run through the house. We had the backyard, we had the back door open. We actually just got this really cool little like mosquito net thing for the door, so it's nice and it smells. It's you can have your door open and your back porch. We actually have like a 3 seasons room, I guess they're called, and it's elevated, so it goes out to our backyard, and it's actually really great. But anyways, these particular neighbors, I've smelled them burning stuff with gasoline and oil before. I know that they have like a fire burning area that they put up, but well, let's to be quite honest, um, it's one that they made themselves. I don't know if I know that they have a permit, but their burn area, I don't know if they keep on moving it or what. But long story short, we happened to notice that there is a lot of oil and gasoline being used for their fires, which is actually not allowed in our area. Um, I don't know about other places in Michigan. I just know in our particular area, this is not something that is allowed. So, anyways, um, these particular neighbors, they started up this fire with some gasoline and oil, and we didn't report them the first time because we figured, maybe first of all, it was right after the whole tree thing happened, so we didn't want to sit there and cause any problems with them any further because we'd already had the police out once before with them. um, Quite honestly, we don't want to be those neighbors that complain about every little thing because we just don't want to be. We just don't want to be that kind of neighbor. We want to be neighbors that are we mind our business, and we'll mind our business. Our neighbors can mind their business, and everybody can be happy and do their own thing. So there's that. But after a lot of thought, I decided, if it happens again, I'm gonna call. So a couple days ago, I smelled somebody burning something in our area. Again, it was yard refuse. It was not dried wood. We're only allowed to do like dried wood and things like that. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I could just have the police or fire station come over and just take a look at it. Just take a look at it and make sure that, you know, these people are actually the they're following the rules. So they didn't find it was actually a neighbor a couple houses down, not the ones directly to the south of us. But I still reported it just because I wanted to let somebody know, and because also, oops, it shouldn't be happening. Oopsies. Sorry. Sorry for the loud noise. Sorry, I don't mean to have the loud noise. It shouldn't be happening, basically. Jeez. Sorry, guys. So I did that, Nothing happened of it. Yesterday night, I started to smell some electrical fire and rubber and gasoline again and oil burning. Probably with a mix of wood too, I'm sure. But I was worried about it again. And I didn't know exactly where it was coming from, but it kept on, it was drifting in from someplace into our living room. So, of course, I call the police and I let them know, hey, you know, I'm a little worried because it smells like an electrical fire. It smells like there's gas and oil burning. I don't know where it's coming from. I suspect that it's coming from the south of me, maybe to the southwest of me, which would make sense because that's my neighbor's home to the south of us, and also their garage and kind of where their fire pit is. But I said, but um, it smells like either somebody's starting a fire or there is a fire in the area that has gas, electrical, or something like that, and it doesn't smell right. And I really like for someone to see if they can maybe find out what's going on. So they send out the fire department to go check out and see what's going on. And it's interesting because there was a little bit of smoke. There wasn't a lot of smoke. There was a little bit of smoke, and I'm pretty sure it was coming from their yard, but I could be wrong. I mean, like I said, I don't know exactly where it was coming from. It was very sparse. It was hazy. It was definitely hazy, and it smelled quite a bit. It lasted till probably about 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock. Um, well, 9:30 more so because about 9:40 I went outside and I was locking up my chickens and ducks. So nothing came of it. The police, the fire department stopped in front of the house. They tried to figure out what was going on, but they did nothing. Uh, then this morning, I woke up probably around 5:30. My dog comes over and he's sitting there and he's scratching me. And I was like, "Man, come on, get up, get up, get up." He's sitting there and he starts whining. I'm like, "Come on, honey, come on, get back into bed." So he gets back into bed with me. Around 6 o'clock, my mom starts screaming, "Phoebe! Phoebe!" I'm like, "What?" She goes, "There's a fire in the backyard." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "What are the neighbors up to, like sitting there and burning stuff?" And then I start smelling like, "Oh, it's that smell." Like there's a certain smell you can tell. Okay, I went to school in Detroit. I went to Wayne State and I worked in Detroit and I worked over at Wayne State University, and there's definitely a smell you can tell when a house is burning. And I was like, "Oh, that smells like a house." Like it smells not like a campfire. I can't quite describe it. The smell itself is like, well, it's like plastic burning. Like sweet plastic burning. And there's definitely a chemically kind of smell that you can smell to it too. So I was like, okay, well, I'm like, oh, I can't do anything about it, but okay. And you can see my kitty cat lurking in the background. Hi, baby. She's like, what are you doing? So anyways, so I'm sitting there and my mom's like, Phoebe, there's a fire in the backyard. I look outside and sure enough, there's like smoke billowing. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I get up, I grab my phone, I rush downstairs. I got my little headphones, which these are awesome. I'm going to tell you guys about these a little bit later on. But they're great for if you're sleeping, if you want to do like guided meditation or something like that, or if you do like binaural rhythms, perfect. I was using headphones, but I found that headphones are great, but not that great. So instead, I decided that, I was going to get up. I went downstairs. I went down to check out what's going on. I got outside, and sure enough, My neighbor's garage is just in flames. Like there's it's the house the garage itself is probably about, oh, I don't know, maybe about 15 feet tall, maybe. I don't know exactly. I mean, it's a pretty tall garage, but then on top of that, there's like flames going up 15, 20 feet towards what looks like an electrical line that is on the other side of their property. So, hi, baby. So, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna call 911. So I call 911, and they're like, oh, there's already somebody on the way. They didn't even listen to me. So I'm like, there's a fire in my neighbor's yard. They're right next door to me. Yeah. So then I'm watching as this building, this garage, is going up in flames. And I'm slightly freaking out because it's like, it's getting pretty tall. I hear the sirens coming down the road. Like, we live 5 minutes from the fire department. I don't know how long ago it took them to get everything ready and get over there, but next thing I know, my yard is blocked off by 3 different fire trucks, 2 police officers, and 2 fire vehicles, and an EMS. So they start to put the fire out. I'm hearing like explosions going on in the garage and everything like that. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Um and I have nothing that I can really do about it or anything like that. I can just sit there and stare. And this is like the second time I've seen like an incident happen on their property. These people are fighting all the time, everything like that. Swear, I just don't know what to do about them. I can't do anything. I just literally can't do anything. So it's fine. But I'm watching as they're sitting there and they're trying to put out this fire, and the garage is done for. Like, you can't do anything to fix the garage. If you look at the pictures that they have of this garage, oh my god. Oh my god. There's no garage left. There's literally like a frame. There's a frame that's left over. That's it. There's nothing else. It's gone. The that garage is gone. Benito. That's it. Um this is crazy. Me just sitting there and watching this as it's happening. And but I'm watching it regardless. And finally they finally get it some under control. And then I'm not sure if they pulled out the car or whatnot, but then there's also a red car that was in the garage. The whole car was engulfed in flames. But not until, but you didn't actually see that it was engulfed in flames until after they pull it out. I've never seen this car there in my life. I mean, I've lived here at this house for majority of my life. I live with my mom, my sister. So, yeah, I know. But I've lived here and I've been watching cuz not intentionally, but I watch what goes on in the neighborhood because I like to make sure that I know, what's up with the neighbors, like pay attention to their cars and things like that because, first of all, it's just a security thing to make sure I know what their cars look like in case I don't recognize a car that's in their driveway. And there's other things too. So I just it's crazy. I don't, who's that? Boston County. Okay. Anyways, so we're sitting there and we're watching as this is all going down of our kitchen window, and the firefighters are sitting there. They're putting out this fire the best that they can. And they get the car out of the garage. They, you know, put out the fire on the car fire as well. And 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 really that's about it. Um, Come to find out, I mean, obviously we have no idea. We're not talking to those particular neighbors because personally, after our last interaction with them, we just have no desire to do so. Um, they're a little bit, uh, and on top of that, they hate trees and they think that they can do just whatever they want on our property as well as on theirs, which they can do whatever they want to their property. I don't care. They could they could plow the whole thing over and put in cement pads all over the damn property. It doesn't matter to me. They can do whatever they want. That's on them. Now it's their property. They do what they want to do. But don't touch our property. Like, stay on your side. Stay on your property line. Um, However, we've had other situations that have come up with these particular neighbors, and man, these people, I just don't even know. Um, I just don't even know. So it's probably been about 2 hours that they took to get both fires out. And now they've got all the investigative teams and everything like that in front of our property, sitting there and doing their investigation for the fire thing. Now, one of the things is this particular neighbor is terrified of trees, and Michigan tree laws state that you cannot cut the trees of your neighbors unless the limb or whatever the branch falls on your property. So the neighbor has always been like, well, what if that tree limb falls on my property? Well, that's what home insurance is for. That's what homeowners insurance is for. I worked for an insurance company for a minute. I know. So does my family. And even if it was something where, you know, the tree fell on their property, yeah, we would probably help them if they were cool about it. And if you actually even asked us, hey, is it okay if we go ahead and trim up some trees on your property? Probably say yes. Probably. Maybe. Probably we would. We'd be nice neighbors. But with what they did, this was not right. They came onto our property. They've cut trees without our permission. They've come in the dead of night, climbed on a ladder over their fence, and cut branches off of our trees without our permission and using a chainsaw. Like, who does that? Who freaking does that? Stay on your freaking side. They're constantly interfering on our property and everything like that. So these particular neighbors, and then on top of that, I've seen not me myself, my sister and my mom, they actually witnessed another injury on their property. They had a tree guy that was coming, and he actually was climbing with their big pine tree in their front yard, and my sister and my mom watched him plummet about 25-30 feet from the tree onto the ground, and he was laying there for, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes. My sister, once she saw it, she's like, Mom, let it go. But she went outside after about 5 minutes or so, and she was like, Hey, do you need 911? The guy was like, No, I'm okay. So she, walked back inside, left it alone. The woman didn't even walk outside. Right there, there's something wrong with that. So there's that. And then this particular event that happened today at 6 o'clock, apparently a firefighter got very badly hurt, very badly burnt, and he was sent to the hospital. Fortunately, the hospital was only like 5 minutes away. But, you know, if it weren't for the fact that we were that close by, I don't even know. I mean, it's not good anytime anybody gets hurt. But this particular event, oh my god. I don't know. Like I just don't know. Like there's nothing I can do about it. I can just sit there and if I see something wrong on the property going on, or if I smell something wrong, or if something becomes a nuisance, guess what? Yeah, I'm going to report it. Because there's certain things that you shouldn't be doing. Number one, lighting fires with gasoline or oil. Because, first of all, you could set yourself and others on fire. You could end up blowing up the entire neighborhood. Actually, a few years ago, there was a couple of kids that they were having a graduation bonfire. They used oil and gasoline. They poured it all over the fire. They lit it, and I don't know if there was something still left in the tank or whatever, but it exploded, took out all the windows in the neighborhood for a square mile, and it actually killed both kids. Be smart, people. Don't do stupid things. Do stupid things, get stupid results. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, but yeah, that's what I had to deal with this morning. It's been fun because actually, I shouldn't say fun, but I've had a lot of people who are like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure this is your neighbor." I'm like, "Yeah, actually, it is. This is the same crazy neighbor that has been that they tore down all of their trees. First of all, we live in Rochester Hills, which is considered Tree City, USA. I'm not sure if that's Tree City, USA, Michigan, or just Tree City, USA, but it's considered Tree City, at least according to the whole thing when you cross into our city from the border with Troy and Sterling Heights and Utica. So there's that. They took down just this year because they've been here a little over a year. They took down all the trees on their property, and then they started trying to take down our trees. This has been kind of an ongoing thing, and after this particular thing, I'm not speaking about them ever again. All I'm gonna say is that you don't go onto somebody's property that has been living there for 40 years and go and start cutting their trees without asking for permission. Number one. Number two, you don't start being an asshole to people when you go onto properties. You should actually try and be good neighbors, which has not been happening. Um, they knew what they were getting into when they got this property because we've had chickens and ducks before they got here. So if the chickens and ducks bothered them, they should know that. Also, our property is zoned for farm. So dust, animals, noise, it's all going to be there. I don't live on a farm. I just have backyard chickens and ducks. That's all. But anyways, and we garden. We garden a lot. It's just really, really frustrating because I've been seeing these people do this stuff, and I don't know if I'm worried for my own safety, and I'm worried for my property safety. I don't really care about them. I mean, I do care about them because if they blow up the neighborhood, it looks bad and it's bad for the taxes, and then I have to deal with an eyesore of whatever the hell it is that they do. I know they paid too much money for that property just to begin with, because the house wasn't all that it was cracked up to begin with, and then they've been doing all this work on it, and the house just not look good. I don't know who it is that they're listening to as far as getting it painted and everything like that, but it looks terrible. And now that the trees are gone, it's even more of an eyesore. So it's even worse. You can't even hide it. At least if you had like nice landscaping, trimmed up the trees a little bit, made it clean it up a little bit, that'd be one thing. But I don't know. And then this happening. I mean, this is the second time I've seen somebody. I've seen an incident on their property. They're fighting all the damn time. Like literally, they are fighting all the time on that property. I wake up in the middle of the night and hear them screaming at each other. And I'm not calling the cops. Like, if you have a domestic dispute, that's between you and yours, and you can do whatever the hell you want. But it's happening all the time, at least 2 or 3 times uh, a month, at least. Usually happens a lot more. Like, there's been some months where it's been way worse. And just, yeah. And I know the lady's just, she's, well, if you watch my other episodes here, you'll see that, my experience, um our interactions with her have been, let's just say she's a weirdo. She's just a weirdo. Anyways, I won't go much more into that. I just wanted to let you guys know what had happened and everything like that. As far as this all goes, uh yeah, but I have a lot of people who are like, "Hey, isn't that your property? Isn't that your neighbor?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is. This is the thing that moved in next to us." And I'm calling it a thing because that's being nice. But everything that I've seen from these people, they are just bad people and not good people. You had one person who fell out of your tree. You didn't even step outside to see if they were okay for 45 minutes. You're constantly burning shit and you're constantly getting onto our property and cutting things that don't belong to you. You're going to sit there and start screaming at us when we're trying to help your workers who are coming over and asking for permission from us to go and, you know, go and do work on your property. And you're going to sit there and you're going to start lighting fires illegally using gasoline and oil on your property. Oh, let's not forget the fact that you had all these different things around this particular structure yesterday, including a whole bunch of cars, and then magically today, all of those things are not there. They're all moved away from the area. Insurance fraud, maybe? She's only got half of her fence up. I don't know. Not my business. I don't really care, but I just find it very interesting. That's I just don't even know. I just don't even know. Anyways, so yes, that has been the story about what's been going on today, this morning. I know this is a new angle, so I'm gonna have to get used to it, or I have to adjust everything and put my computer here so that way I can be looking at you guys. I'm still trying to decide what to do with that. Um, However, this has been what's been going on. Look, you can almost see the violet in my hair. Not really. Uh, and the cool thing about this light is it's got adjustable lighting, so kind of cool. I still look, really broken out and everything like that, but oh well, that's fine. Yeah, so that's been my morning so far. I don't know if I'm actually gonna start a stream or not because it's already past noon. However, I will be making an announcement in a few minutes about an interview that I'm going to be doing later tonight uh, with my buddy Blake. He is actually with Lightcraft Entertainment. They do a lot of videos for um, YouTube with different people as like projects, and I help with the video editing and everything like that. And then also they also do a lot of wedding 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 stuff. I don't know. Videography for weddings and of course photography. So this week we're gonna actually be talking about that. Um, I know I'm on YouTube, so we're gonna be talking also about YouTube because that's mostly the thing that Blake handles the most. And we're gonna ask him a little bit more about, how he got started with all of this. Also other things as well. And yeah, it should be kind of cool. I'm actually very excited. I'm very very excited about this. So it's gonna be my first real interview. I'm only gonna be doing that this evening though, from 8 o'clock to 10 p.m. So we're gonna do that, and then yeah, that should be it. Um, I'm not really sure if I should even do a stream on Spoon right now because, to be very honest, I'm a little bit overwhelmed with everything that happened today, and my mind's still kind of reeling. Uh, so I don't know. I think we'll probably just plan on just doing the one tonight. Maybe what I will do on Spoon is I will make an announcement of this night, and yeah, about the thing tonight. All right. Well, guys, I just want to share that story. No morning brew today. No morning brew. Uh, too much going on. Too much drama. I'm probably gonna delete this video, or maybe put it in private, because this is just me bitching about my neighbors, and I really hate doing that because I really don't want to get stuck in that. All I know is that they're not good neighbors. And and everything that I've experienced so far shows them as not just not good neighbors, but not good people. I really hope that for the sake of the firemen, they have good insurance, because of the fact that he got hurt on their property. First of all, they're going to be responsible for all of his injuries or anything like that. Um, and normally insurance will take care of that. But since the insurance, if their insurance is not good, that poor guy, I just feel bad. I hope he's not severely hurt. My thoughts and prayers go out to the firemen and the people who work for the fire department, that that everything's okay, and that he wasn't too badly hurt. I just don't know what else to say at this point. All right, well, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. See you on the flip side. I'll be on tonight at 8 o'clock to 10. We're gonna be doing, of course, we're gonna be doing our interview with Blake O'Kleiner from Lightcraft Entertainment. We're gonna do that as long as we can. I pretty much told it should probably be about an hour. It might be a little bit longer. I don't know, if we have questions, then of course we'll of course take questions from audience members and things like that. I'm gonna be doing it on Facebook Live, and then also I'll be doing probably Spoon Radio as well. So check out that. I know Blake said no, I'm not really interested in doing camera, so it'd probably just, ooh, excuse me, it'll probably be just me. So there's that. um, but yeah, crazy day. I'm gonna let you guys go, and get on with the rest of my day. And I will see you guys nights at 8 o'clock. See you on the flip side.